Hello, my name is Veronica, and thank you for being on this journey with me, this book journey, this project journey. I'm so very thankful that you are a part of this, and I just want to say that I am excited for my soon to be published book called Unshackled, a teen mom finding unstoppable freedom will be coming out very soon. And the reason that I've been making these videos is because I want readers, my family, my friends to be a part of this journey with me, to feel like you are on this journey with me. You have been a part of this process. And so giving you the inside scoop of what this has been like is super fun for me, and just allowing other people into this journey with me that I feel like God has had me on, and I have not been able to do any of this by myself. I've had just the right people cross my paths. The Lord has just aligned all the things, the relationships, the community, and just new friends, just all the things to be able to make this happen. And so I want readers and my family and friends to know that this is not something that I could have done by myself. And I'm so very thankful for the people that have been on this journey with me, has come alongside with me, and has used their gifts and talents to help me make this happen. I'm so thankful, and truly without you there wouldn't be a book coming up. So I wanted to kind of share the inside of the book. I'm not going to share a lot, but because this is part one, and so I'll have part two to get a little bit in depth of like names and what's inside the book. And so I know many of you are probably wondering, you have the scope of like, okay, a teen mom, so this is going to be about a teen mom and her journey. And so I did want to give like a little bit more what you're looking forward to and what's coming in the book, and how it just all came to be and how it came together. And so normally in a book you have chapters, so it's like chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. Normally in like a memoir or just a novel, they're normally chapters, is the way that you lay out your book, the inside of your book. But I wanted to do something a little different, and just really felt like I wanted to take a different kind of look to the inside of the book and how I was going to lay it out. For any of you that know me personally, know that I am very organized. I love organization. I love figuring out how to simplify something. I wanted to figure out a way to break down my testimony, break down my life, my journey, and I really wanted to pick out the most impactful things that have impacted my life, that I am the person I am today because of those trials, those challenges that I went through. And so that's the way that I broke up the book. And I was inspired by Pastor Greg O'Shell's books and the way that he lays out his books. I love it. He doesn't do chapters, he breaks them down in parts, and then within those parts there are sub chapters, and I really loved that layout. I felt like this really breaks it down, and there's like so much creativity and flexibility that you can have with a breakdown like that. And so I wanted to be able to do that in my book. And so I've broken up the book into 4 parts, and the 4 parts also, again, trying to figure out, okay, how can these 4 parts be creative? Subtitles could fit under there according to the things that I really wanted to talk about, that I felt God was putting in my heart to share with people. And that was, so part 1 is called Youth Journey. So that'll be my youth journey, and within that there are a bunch of subtitles, sub-chapters of things that I really wanted to speak about on that journey of being a youth. Also, I wanted to incorporate the butterfly somehow into my parts. And one of the cool things is that I had decided to name those 4 parts, and also decided that it would be 4 parts before I made the decision to creatively bring in the butterflies. I remember one time just being out with one of my friends out for coffee, and her name's Madison, and she is truly such a gift. I met her at Propel Women, and it was just such a divine friendship that her and we joined this program and just had no idea that we were very close to each other. We lived in the same state, worked in the same building. It was kind of a wild thing of how God put us together, but she has been such a gift to me and this book journey. She was one of the first people that read the book fully and was able to give me some feedback and just some things to add value to this book. And so it's been really fun to have her. She's a wonderful mentor and very encouraging. So everyone needs a Madison in their life for sure. And so I wanted to say that within one of the conversations that we were having, she mentioned how it would be nice to kind of put in like the transformation that a butterfly goes through somehow in these parts. And I remember one time just kind of like thinking, okay, Lord, I really want to incorporate this butterfly and the transformation of a butterfly and what that would look like to put it into the book, inside the book somehow. And I looked up how many stages does a butterfly go through as far as its transformation, and it said 4. And I was like, wow, this is perfect. And then I looked into each transformation, and it fit perfectly with the titles that I already had for my parts. I didn't have to shift anything, and yes, it was such a God-given thing that was able to fit in. And so that is one of the fun things that I've been able to do with this book, and just being creative with those parts. And so part 1, youth journey. And so that'll be the seed of the caterpillar. Part 2 is motherhood. That'll be the caterpillar itself. So already born, already on its journey, already doing its thing. And then part 3 is called transformational. And that is when the caterpillar is in its chrysalis. So it's enclosed. A lot of things are happening during this enclosed place that this caterpillar is in. It's sleeping, but in this time, in that chrysalis, it's transforming, it's growing. So many things are happening to it, and it's gonna be transformed, so to say. And then part 4 is named A Glorious Modification, and that is when the butterfly has arrived. It's doing its thing. It's flying from flower to flower, and it is blossoming and confidently walking on its path that it's supposed to be doing, living its purpose. And so yes, so that is just an overarching of the outline of the inside of the book and what to expect. And part 2, I'll talk a little bit more about the subtitles and just get in a little bit more details of what's going to be inside of those parts. So looking forward to seeing you next week. Thank you for listening, and stay tuned.